You're listening to the One Man Show Network. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast with your host, Aaron Weinbaum.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the MMA Fight Picks Podcast. I am your host, Aaron Weinbaum. I am trying to do the multi-stream thing again. I'm on Happs TV. The best way to explain Happs is it's just a new platform that makes it super easy for me to simultaneously go to Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. So best way to interact with me is on the Happs app, but I will try to pull comments in from the other platforms as well. So go to Happs.tv, search for Aaron Weinbaum. But that's enough about that. So I'm going to talk just a little bit about what happened UFC 258, as well as what's coming up with Derrick Blaydes, Derrick Lewis, and Curtis Blaydes. I got a little hate last week, man. They don't like my breakdowns. I wasn't including ads. What else? Basically, don't like me picking fights on opinions and strength of schedule. So I just got one thing to say. Don't be hating. Don't be hating. All right. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take all the hate. I'll take whatever. So we'll figure it out. We'll all go from there. So wherever your platform is, wherever you are watching from, I encourage you to comment. Help pick along. I'm testing Facebook right now. It's not been working the last couple of weeks. Bummer. Not working again. Oh, it did. All right. It's cool. Facebook is on. Facebook is on. So I may be able to use Clubhouse today. That would be pretty cool. So we'll see. I might do a little Clubhouse test. I don't know. We shall see. But if you are on YouTube or wherever you are, please hit the subscribe button. If you're on Happs, that would be even greater. So we shall see what's going on here. Let's get to the recap first. So it was quite an event over the weekend. People were giving it a little bit of flack because not some greater known names. I thought they were all pretty good card. I mean, lots of intriguing things here. Starting the bottom of the card, Ricky Simón and Brian Kelleher. What a great fight that was. I think Ricky looked fantastic in that fight. And he's had a couple of strange losses here and there, but he's back. He looks good. It went all the way, obviously to the third round, but he was dominating Kelleher, and hats off to Kelleher for not going out. But other fights here, having a little trouble here with some of the workflow here. I apologize that. Oh yeah, let's talk middleweight. Kelvin Gastelum looking pretty darn dominant. Tough break for Ian Heinisch. He's one of those guys, good guys in the sport, overcome drug addiction and prison time and all that kind of stuff. But it's good to see Kelvin back in there. He can be exciting when he wants to be. I think he's picking for someone, on the top tier, like a Robert Whittaker or probably he'd like another shot at Israel Adesanya. I'd like to see him against Jared Cannonier, honestly. I think that would be a good fight. I see a few live chatters here. Thank you. And then the women's flyweight fight, Maycee, Barber, Alexey, Grasso. I guess it's time to say that perhaps Alexey Grasso is just a little bit overrated. I hate to say it, but she is. And I'm sorry, not Alexey Grasso. Maycee Barber's a little bit overrated. So that brings Barber down to 8-2. It was kind of strange because she was number one for a while there. Not number one, but she was number 10 for a while there. And she just got beat by a better girl in Roxanne Modafferi. And, Grasso was clearly on another level also. So I don't want to know. I mean, I honestly don't know what to do with Maycee Barber at this point. I think they got to give her another fight to build her up for sure. Lots of live viewers here. Feel free to comment here. But, she grappled very well in that fight against Maycee Barber. And it was Maycee's going to be fine. She's young, but we'll see what happens next. And that was the co-main event, which I thought was kind of strange since they weren't as well known. They're doing a little bit of something like that today as well. So I need to check something here. And then the main event, of course, Usman versus Burns. It looked like Burns was coming on just a little bit in that first round, and then Usman came back and was just, he truly was the Nigerian nightmare, before finishing it in that third round. Is that right? I think it was the third round. Yeah. Yep. All crazy, man. And Usman just looks really good. Another good fight, Belal Muhammad against Dhiego Lima. I missed that fight for some reason. It did look like Belal may have had a little staff there, but Belal looked in crazy good shape. Like his abs had abs. So good for him for winning. Friend of the podcast. Good job. His buddy Jared Gordon fighting this weekend. We're going to get to that very, very soon here. But before I get to that, what's your favorite part? That's right. We're going to talk about grooming below the belt. Talking about Manscaped. Hey, left nut. Hey, right nut. Who's the dick in the middle that's not taking care of us? Keep those balls in good shape. Don't be a dick. Everyone knows Manscaped has the perfect package 3.0 for all your below-the-waist grooming needs, but they didn't stop there. Complete your grooming game with the refined cologne signature scent by Manscaped. I used it. The carpet can smell like the drapes now. It's a very, very good smell. I've been using it for several days now. So, all your body formulas can smell the same, if you will. Calming and inviting the signature scent introduces a light citrus burst before settling into the anchoring notes and a woodsy mescaline finish. Ooh. This 50 milliliter spray cologne is even hyperallergenic, cruelty-free, dye-free, paraben-free, and 100% vegan. And now you can use the new Manscaped Refined Cologne to complete your set and smell great anytime, anywhere. It's time to feel body will thank you. That is 20% off and free shipping with the code MMAFP at manscaped.com. That's 20% off, free shipping again at manscaped.com, and use promo code MMAFP. Look good, smell good, feel good with Manscaped. Very good. Now, what do you say we all pick some fights? So I'm ready to pick some fights. How about that? All right. Looks like we had a little internet snafu, and I apologize about that. We're in the middle of a snowstorm here, and I'm surprised I have electricity right now because we're getting warnings all over the place. Turn down your heat and this and that. And so, it looks like as long as we get through the next couple of days, I think we're going to be okay. We're just not made to have that kind of what's the word? I guess taxing on our heating and air because it's below freezing here, and it never really gets that cold, and it's not getting any higher during the day. The kids will probably be out of school freaking forever, and they're driving me crazy. I'm surprised there's not one running up here right now. They've been driving me crazy all night. So, excuse me. Anyway, Drakkar Klose going up against Lewis Violent Bob Ross Pena. I guess I didn't realize that Drakkar just fought Benny back in March of last year. I guess it's been over a year ago now, and he lost. He got knocked out. Before that, he was doing all right. Christos Giagos, Bobby Green, Lando Venata. So he was on a nice little win streak, and then he got caught by Benny. Violent Bob Ross, on the other hand, Luis Pena just lost to Karma Worthy. Before that, he beats Steve Garcia. Matt Frivola lost to him. So he's just been kind of up and down and up and down. I know at one time he used to try to make 145 pounds, but I think he's coming in on short notice on this fight. So, I think it's Drakkar close on this one. Friend of the podcast, Jared Gordon, taking on Danny Chavez. Gordon, since coming back down to featherweight, has looked really good. He got smashed by Charles Oliveira back in November 2019, comes back, beats Chris Fishgold. And, there's more about that win than just beating Chris Fishgold. He had, all his coaches tested positive for COVID. You got Paul Felder comes out of the booth, coaches him, helps him with his weight cut. It's crazy. And that's not an easy weight cut for him as well. Danny Chavez, nothing but wins, but, not a real solid schedule here. He's only had one fight in the UFC. It was a unanimous decision against TJ Brown. Other than that, it's Global Legion FC, XFN. So, I like the experience here of Jared. I think he'll try to keep it dirty. I think he'll try to grind him out. And, Jared for the W. How about that? Jared Gordon. Go Flash Gordon. Andrei Arlovski, good God, against Tom Aspinall. Andrei Arlovski, by now, you'd think he'd be 127 years old, but he's not. He's not as old as you'd think he is. I think he's 42. I mean, he's still a little bit up there, but, for as long as he's been around, let's go all the way down here and see when his UFC premiere was, because you could just talk about Andrei all day long. All right, he started fighting in 1999, okay? 22 years ago. His UFC debut, November 2000. Unbelievable. And, there was a brief time he was not in the UFC, but let's just take a look at his body of work here. You talk about Charlie Hustle here. He, after coming off a win against Ben Rothwell, a decision win against Big Ben Rothwell, he comes back, loses to Jairzinho Rosenstreich, as many people do. Boom. Then comes back against Felipe Lins, Tanner Boser. And I thought, I was surprised at both fights. I picked both guys to beat Arlovski. And, it seems like when I think he's going to win, he doesn't. When I think he's going to lose, he wins. And then you got Tom Aspinall, just fought Alan Baudou, ground and pound at UFC Fight Night a while back. I guess that was October. Beats my man Jake Collier. Fun fact, I'm from right around where Jake Collier is, but Jake Collier said he didn't have a lot of time to train for that. It was short notice. He had things going on at home. He couldn't get cardio in, and we saw what Jake did to Vellante a few months later. So I don't know how much stock to put in that Jake Collier win. Mikhail Ben Hamuda, guys I haven't heard of back in Cage Warriors. So again, I'm going to regret this, but, just the experience that Arlovski's had, as well as the tougher competition. I know you guys don't like it when I talk about these guys fighting tougher competition, but don't be hating. Don't be hating. All right. Hot Brenna. Hey, my wife is saying hi. Hey, thanks. Facebook is working. Very good. I've been having trouble with comments. So it means the kids are all downstairs doing something, watching me probably. So yeah, I like the experience of Arlovski here. I think he's going to beat Aspinall. No problem. But, I've been wrong before. Alexey Oleinik, man. This guy's another guy. He's fought all the way down from middleweight to heavyweight. He's at heavyweight now against Chris Daukaus. Taking a look at Oleinik here. Just lost to Derrick Lewis. That was ground and pound. That was kind of crazy. I think I picked Oleinik to win that fight, and that was back. It's almost, let's see here. Yeah, August of last year, so that's pretty good. He beat a really out of shape Verdum because Verdum came back and beat the brakes off of Alexander Gustafsson like just a few months later. He did not look good in that fight. Beat Maurice Green. Does have a loss to Walt Harris and a loss to Overeem as well. And I thought he was going to beat Overeem, and look what Volkov did to Overeem. So kind of crazy there. And then Christakis just beat Rodrigo Nascimento. Don't know who that is. Parker Porter, Danny Holmes. Man, a couple of these fights really do seem like mismatches. I think this is one of them. I know he's got a 10-3 record, but I just don't see him going against the killers that Oleinik has. And I think Oleinik is going to edge this out. All right. Oh, a couple of lightweights here. I don't know why I thought that Rosa was a featherweight, but he is not. So maybe he is a featherweight. Well, it's not saying what weight this fight is taking place at. So this is interesting here. I think actually Rosa. Yeah, okay. I know what happened now. Rosa fought his last fight at lightweight. It was a short notice deal, and he fought up in weight. So very good. All right. So let's take a look here. Derrick Minner first, just beat TJ Laramie, which stunk. I met TJ Laramie, my wife and I last March at the Adam Hunter comedy show. So it was it sucked to see him lose. He seemed like a really nice kid. And I thought he was going to win that fight. So hopefully we see TJ back soon. This was back in September last year. I didn't realize it was that long ago. He does have a loss to Grant Dawson. So interesting here. Not a lot of UFC experience. He does. Oh yeah, I forgot. He lost to Gilbert's brother Herbert Burns on the Contender Series back in 2019. So I forgot he was on the Contender Series. All you Contender fans are probably screaming at me right now. I don't get to watch the Contender Series that much. It's always on a Tuesday, and we always got stuff going on. I do like that show though. So looking at Charles Rosa here, like that last fight was a short notice 155-pound fight. He won. Has a loss against Bryce Mitchell. Bryce was just, I remember that fight. It was an ugly fight. Bryce was just grappling the hell out of him. Win over Manny Bermudez. Wow. Back in 2019. I'm thinking of Manny Garbarian. Sorry. Wrong guy. Lost to St. Burgos. He's really kind of alternates the wins and losses here. But I do think he beats. Minner has to be good to beat TJ Laramie because TJ is no joke. But I like Charles Rosa in this fight. Okay, another strange co-main event here. Caitlin Vieira versus Yana Kunzganya. I don't know. Listen, good on them trying to give the women props. Okay, I get it, but they're not well-known fighters. So interesting there. I wish there was a way to share broadcast because I should have done this beforehand. But if anyone's out there on Twitter, that would be great. Anyway, all right, no big whoop if you can't. Whoa, something happened. I'm trying to learn this new platform here. It's a little difficult to master it, but it's a very good platform. I like Happs. Works good with my virtual camera. So there you go. Anyway, you got Vieira, who just beat Sierra Eubanks back in September, so she hasn't fought in a while. I forgot she lost to Irina Aldana back in that was 2019. It's been a while. She does have wins over Kat Zinganu. I think I failed to mention this is not this is a bantamweight. So she's got some really good wins here. Kat Zinganu, Sarah McMahon, Ashley Evans Smith, very good. And then Kunskaya just beat Julia Stolienko. Lost to Aspen Ladd. beats pretty. Marion Renault. I don't know. She's even still in the UFC. Lena Landsberg lost to Cyborg at featherweight. Ooh, yeah. I guess I didn't realize though that Caitlin Vieira is such a killer. I mean, she's fought tough girls, much tougher competition, I think. Besides obviously Cyborg going up a weight for Kunitskaya, but I like Caitlin Vieira here. I think she does all right. Okay. All right, the main event of the evening, rescheduled bout. I picked this fight once before. COVID forced, I believe, Curtis Blaydes out. I can't remember if it's Curtis Blaydes or Derrick Lewis. We shall see. But let's just take a look at Curtis Blaydes first. Nothing but wins unless your name is Francis Ngannou. Okay, Alexander Volkov, who looked great against Overeem. Junior Dos Santos. Justin Willis. Alistair Overeem. I forgot he fought Alistair. Mark Hunt. Man, crazy. And he's got the wrestling and the knockout power. Derrick Lewis, though. 3 wins in a row. Alexey Oleinik. Ilar Latifi, which I thought Latifi kind of won that fight. Blagoy Ivanov. Another split decision. And then he had the 2 weird losses there. One weird loss. The Junior Dos Santos kept punching him in the stomach and eventually took him out. Then DC, of course, DC was just levels behind or above him in the wrestling. And then you got Volkov, Francis Ngannou. He did the most boring fight ever. Marcin Tybura. Man, listen, here's the thing with Derrick Lewis. All right. I don't know what kind of great shape he comes in. I don't know how hard he works. But I can tell you this. Curtis Blaydes beats anyone in that division that's not Ngannou and probably Stipe as well. And I think Blaydes is just going to cover him up. I don't think that Derrick Lewis is going to have anywhere to go unless, Curtis tries to get kind of crazy on him and stands and bangs. Could be a different outcome. But if he mixes his wrestling in there, takes him down, smothers him, cracks him, Derrick Lewis is just going to be nothing but trying to get up the entire night. And I think that's what we're going to see. And I think Curtis Blaydes for the W. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. And remember, promo code MMAFP at manscaped.com to get you 20% off. And until next time, shalom.
Please remember to support the podcast by visiting the affiliate links on AaronSaysWhat.com.